Dragonair Silent Gods, developed by Straga Studios or SGRA Studios, published by Newverse. From what I can find, I believe this is their first game they published and developed. I couldn't find any records of any other games that they made or developed. Developers say that this game is a high fantasy open world RPG with D&D elements. So it has Dungeons and Dragons content in it. And I guess we'll touch on that a little bit later. So the game was released October 26, 2023. And I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna be honest, I went into this game with low expectations. I wasn't expecting much. I knew that this game was at heart a mobile game. Okay, so let's talk about the story. And man, I'm a little bit conflicted talking about this. Let me explain. The game starts off with you not knowing much. So it has that trope of you not knowing where you came from, you don't know where you're at, you're not sure who you are, that kind of deal, which is fine. I don't mind that. If you even try to follow the story just a little bit, you kind of, it's hard to put together the pieces, because as you're trying to follow the story, the characters will say things that they just assume that you, the player, know the lore of Dragonair, or they assume that you know what's going on and what they're referring to or what they're reacting to. I don't want to spoil the game or spoil the story in case you're interested in seeing it, but it's just kind of hard to follow. I'm just warning you on that part.
The time has come. Over the past 1200 years, we've already sacrificed 999 offerings to Master.
The fuck are you saying? The game has voice acting and it's not terrible, but it's flat in most parts. Most parts of the voice acting is kind of flat. There's some characters that do sound lively and kind of pull you into the game, but most of the characters are flat, one note. They don't really kind of make you feel enthusiastic about following the story plot line. And I'll be honest with you, it got to a certain point where I just started skipping the story because I just wasn't pulled in. I couldn't invest into what the game was trying to present to me.
To my knowledge, among the exiles are those who have been in constant enmity with the Unstill. They possess a heightened understanding of the archaic powers the Unstill wield.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Looks like we have to visit Fogtown.
We're in Fogtown. Okay, so let's talk about combat. All right, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of the game, and I would say that the combat is good. I like the combat. I enjoy putting my characters or putting my units onto the battlefield and being strategic about where I place them. Well, let me start by saying this. The combat is like grid based. So like the board, I like to call it the board. The board is split in half. You got your side, you put your dudes on one side. You got the enemy side.
Don't bother trying to hide.
Hey, yo. Damn. It's a nice transition. Oh, we're still fighting. That's sweet. I like how they did that just now. Let's talk about graphics. So the graphics are nice. They're pleasing to look at, especially when you're making your character. I do get a sense of like personalization as I'm making my character. To some degree, I felt like it was meaningless because the graphics look good as you're looking at the character models, but then when you get in game, it is toned down by a lot. You see what I mean if you play the game. You'll see that like you're looking at the character, they look great, but then in game it's just completely toned down, which I guess is fine, but it just takes me out of the experience. Like I'm making my character, I'm making their eye color and hair detail, and then I get into the game and none of that stuff matters. Yeah, that was kind of easy. It's the butterfly wings, man. You lose the butterfly wings and just like intimidation would get us along. Shit. Oh. 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 See, I told you, you gotta get rid of Take off the butterfly wings. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, the game has Dungeons and Dragons elements to it. And let me just disclaimer, I played 5 hours of this game and I felt like that was enough to get the experience that I need to talk about it. So within the 5 hours of playing this game, I experienced some of the Dungeons and Dragons elements, and to me, it felt like it wanted to be Baldur's Gate. It felt like a Baldur's Gate, like if you talk to a character, you can lie and you have to roll a die to get the lie to go through. Or if you're doing a spell or an ultimate, if you want to get a success rate, you have to roll a die to get the success rate to go through. That's pretty cool element, but that's kind of where it stops. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. I don't know, maybe later on throughout the game, as you level up, you probably get some more opportunities to use the dice roll mechanics. But as I seen it, it didn't feel impactful. I didn't feel like it was anything that completely changed the game or made it special. You know what I mean? The game is grindy. Is really grindy at heart. Like I said earlier, this game is a mobile game and you can really feel it like as you play it. Once you get past that prologue and you get past the honeymoon stage and you get to like the real meat and potatoes of the game, yeah man, I can, like, after those 5 hours of gameplay, I seen the writing on the wall and I can just tell, like, damn, this is okay, this is going to be a grind. It really does feel like a modern mobile game, and man, that sucks because like I said, the first couple of hours I was enjoying the game and that's where it stops. Roll that dice. Oh, we got an epic. Okay, I can't look at them. I got this rat, man. Okay, what is the verdict? What is the takeaway of this video? Why am I telling you about this game? Hopefully I can save you 5 hours of your life playing this game. There's so many good games out there. There's a lot to play. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of stuff that's demanding your attention, and to like spend your time and attention on this game, to me, doesn't feel like it's worth it. Yes, the game is free, but the game costs in other ways that is arguably more valuable than spending money to try to progress through the game. The only scenario where I can see that you will have fun playing this game is if you're playing it on one, a mobile device, and two, you're like on a weekend vacation and you're with family and it sucks and you're kind of drunk and you want to burn like 5 hours of time. That's the only scenario that I can see you playing this game. Otherwise, don't waste your time. Hey, if you made it this far, hey, thanks for watching. I got more videos coming down the way. I did play this game on the live stream, so if you want to check it out, it's on my channel. Just watch it, drop a like, you know, do all that fun YouTube stuff. Until next time, peace.